Kelowna, what's up? It's your boy Shreddz, and he's making his return. After 4 long years, Shreddz is finally stepping foot back into Big West Wrestling. And he cannot wait for Friday, October 14th at the Rutland Centennial Hall. He's in tag team action, taking on Todd Quality and KB6, wherever the hell that is. And you all know that wherever Shreddz goes, he's always attracting greatness. So he has done just that for this very matchup. He's calling in a very close friend of his from very, very far away up north. He's the TAW champion. That's right, the totally Arctic wrestling champion, Nolar Bear. Shredzy, Nolar Bear, taking on Todd Quality and KB6. I hope you boys are ready, because Nolar Bear and Shreddz be tossing bodies, be slamming bodies, and we getting that 1, the 2, and the 3. See you boys Friday. Don't you dare miss it.
Joe Funk was like, you better be able to bench 265 if you're gonna beat me. That's 265, dork. One, two, three. You're gonna find out on October 15th.
Yowzers, hot start to tonight's Throwdown with big words from Shreddz and some big weights and bigger insults from Matt Bronson. But that's how excited everyone is for Big West's 2-day weekend. Our first 2-day weekend of events since 2019. Lots of debuts, lots of returns, and lots of pride is on the line this weekend. When Big West Wrestling presents, the beat goes on at Rutland Centennial Hall in Kelowna on Friday, October 14th, and Shoot to Thrill at the Schubert Center in Vernon on Saturday, October 15th. Both shows have doors opening at 6:30 p.m. and both have tickets available at the door. Don't miss out on all the action. On Friday in Rutland, we have the following matches. First off, Rick Jules puts his money where his mouth is and begins his personal quest towards the internet title against the returning Joe Funk. Myself, Mad Dog Marty Sugar, I'm putting the internet title on the line against the Canadian Goose, and if you watched Talkdown this past week, you know the time for friendly chatter is long over, and we're going to be throwing down on Friday night. The main event, as so eloquently mentioned by Shreddz, is he and the Nolar Bear from Totally Arctic Wrestling, battling KB6 and Todd Quality, with the infamous Lance Skulls in the corner of Todd Quality. Plus,
gotta hold the applause, Well, on October 14th, KB6 will be making his return to Big West Wrestling in Kelowna. I'm gonna smack the living hell out of anybody they put in the ring, and then the next night I will be making my debut in Vernon and beating anybody in that small town and showing everybody exactly why I am King Bright.
Plus, in a special Lionsgate Dojo double debut match, the Midnight Marauder, Casey Ferreira, battles Big Rig Jimmy Mitchell.
Big Rig Jimmy Mitchell. I know your strengths like the back of my hand, and I know your weaknesses too. Trust your eyes too much, Mitchell. You can't see everywhere at once. Once you lose eyes on this Midnight Marauder, you ain't getting it back. I know you, Big Rig. And soon, Big West and all Kelowna is gonna know Casey Ferreira too. See you on the 14th.
Whoa, hold up, Sugar Man. What's this about Casey Who, the Midnight what? Oh, Mean Machine Senior, everyone. You were not supposed to be in the studio today. And now I see why. Yeah, you bumped me for this Casey kid? Casey Ferreira. At least call him by his name, Senior. Respect is earned in this business, Jack, and Big Rig was supposed to get beaten down by ye old Mean Machine Senior tomorrow night. What gives, brother? You'll get your chance, Senior, just not Friday night in Rutland. You've got the Grapple Bowl on Saturday in Vernon. Don't you forget about that. Oh yeah, Sugar, I'll take that and maybe I'll smack you around a bit while I'm winning the whole damn bowl. Mean Machine, out! Well, that was awkward, friends, but the show must go on, and I should definitely change the code for the studio door ASAP. Let's talk about Vernon, friends, as on Saturday, October 16th, the main event is indeed the Grapple Bowl, an elimination royale like we saw in Rutland on September the 9th, with the winner taking home the bowl and a future shot at the Big West Internet title. Plus, we also have myself battling the Nuller Bear in non-title action, Joe Funk battling Matt Bronson, Big Rig Jimmy Mitchell facing Top Quality with his manager Lance Skulls, and the Canadian Goose tangling with Rick Jules. Now, there is a chance that Goose versus Jules could be for the Internet title, but not if I have everything to say about it. And regardless, Jules has words and plenty to say about it on Friday and Saturday right now.
The inevitable is finally upon me, and for the first time in nearly a decade, I will be stepping foot in a Big West wrestling ring. On October the 14th in the Rutland Centennial Hall in Kelowna, British Columbia, and October the 15th in the Schubert Center in Vernon, British Columbia, I make a truly long-awaited return. And ahead of these two events, there are three men that I must speak to. The first is my first opponent on October the 14th in Kelowna, Joe Funk. Joe, I don't really know you. You don't really know me. And we can talk, and we can gesture, and we can taunt, and we can try to put ourselves above one another. But ultimately, in my experience, the best way to find out how something works is to take it apart. And I will enjoy dissecting you in finding out what makes you tick and ultimately devouring you. And that sustenance will be what sees me through the remainder of these events. Now, before I can speak to my opponent on October the 15th, I need to address the elephant in my room. A man who has been admittedly living rent-free in my head for some time now. Mad Dog himself, Marty Sugar. Marty, regardless of what you may say, you and I both know you hold on to something that doesn't rightfully belong to you. Now, fate, it seems, is not without a sense of irony, because the man that I face on October the 15th just so happens to be the man that you defend the Big West Wrestling Championship against on October the 14th. Now, how does the story change if the seemingly impossible happens? If things should not go according to plan, if something should cause the Canadian Goose to leave Kelowna with the Big West Wrestling Internet Championship. Well, I know it certainly dashes your hopes of a champion versus champion match against the Nuller Bear, but most importantly, it means that the Canadian Goose walks into Vernon, walks into the Schubert Center, walks into the middle of the ring across from me with the Big West Wrestling Internet Championship. Now, Goose, we have not spent any time one-on-one, but we know how each other operate. And I need you to know that I will take great pleasure in every single bone crack, in every ligament tear, in every drop of blood that is spilt. But I will take the most pleasure in pinning what is left after all of that, and taking and reclaiming what is rightfully mine. Because you see, you will hold on to something that doesn't rightfully belong to you. It doesn't rightfully belong to the Mad Dog Marty Sugar. It doesn't rightfully belong to Big West Wrestling. It is a prize that I have earned. It is a prize that rightfully belongs to me. Because I am the author of this story. This is my tale. And to any of you who cross my path on that weekend and survive, you should consider yourselves fortunate.
It seems everyone is gunning for Mad Dog lately, but you would think I'd be used to it by now, don't ya? That's okay, it's all about good shows, and both Rutland and Vernon are in for some great shows this weekend. Players' Choice in Kelowna, downtown on Costin, will have Rutland tickets at pre-show prices until 4 p.m. on Friday, and Five Fathoms in Vernon will have the same until 4 p.m. on Saturday. Regardless, tickets will be at the door for both venues, with doors opening at 6:30 p.m. Not 3:30, not 5:15, 6:30. Be there, and don't ya dare miss it.